Hey, what's up? We have a new chapter of why can't I think of what it the abbreviation Watamote. We have a new chapter of Watamote. Because I'm not popular, I'll bequeath a wreath. This I think is part of like graduation ceremonies and stuff and other such celebrations. In North America, I associate it most with like Remembrance Day, or they're kind of like war memorializing days where you lay down a wreath symbolizing your memorializing of those that have died. I assume that's not what this chapter is about. We're in the swing of Sports Fest. Chase the ball with the spirited vigor of youth. They're out here on the baseball pitch. They just finished the ping pong tournament where Tomoko's Kohai did not so great, and then Tomoko was comforting her, and it was maybe a little creepy, but her heart was in the right place. Um, so they're hanging out. They're gonna go see the baseball progression, taking forever. Yeah, baseball takes forever, and it looks like their team is up against the team that Tomoko's Kohai is in. I'm pretty sure was in class 2-1. I think I don't know. Here you can see some numbers on the chalkboard. If you watched today's kanji video, you should know those. They're pretty easy. Both teams suck at defense. Our side has a try-hard on the team. Of course, yeah, she's a big baseball fanatic. She's bunting here, where you just like hold the bat out and let the ball hit it, and then it kind of just bounces away. I don't know what's up with that. I feel like that's yeah, such a serious squeeze play and a casual softball team between girls. She's cut stances to get a walk. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's like, okay, so how does it work? You have to throw into the strike zone for it to be a strike. If it's outside of the strike zone, it's a ball. And if you get 4 balls, you walk to first base for free. So maybe a cut stance is something like you position yourself such that the strike zone is like weird and hard to hit. But I think the strike zone is like absolute based on the position of the pitcher and the catcher. I don't know if the batter can intentionally. Nah, I don't know. I don't get it. Whatever. It's baseball. I don't know how to get it. But this girl is complaining. Koda's going all out despite knowing it'll earn her enmity from allies and opponents alike. You're amazing. She's maybe not complaining actually. Maybe this is actually genuine, unironic respect for her ability to go all out in this fashion. I mean, there is something kind of admirable about that. Like, if you think about games and competition and the kind of basic premises of games, that it operates based on both players trying to win. That is what kind of causes the game to occur, is that you play in your own self-interest. Then to some extent, I would agree that there is nothing off the table, and that being able to kind of uphold that spirit of competition under any circumstances is, in certain respects, admirable. I get it. I understand that line of thinking. On the other hand, I absolutely do not agree with that at all, and think that that's disgusting, and that so many games are ruined by this obnoxious try-harding, and that what really matters is trying to figure out what is fun for the majority of the players that are interested in the game, and then tweaking the rules and such that those things end up being what you do when you're trying to compete to win. And here I am talking about banning wobbling. But at any rate, they're talking about the ping pong tournament. It's Minami-san. She's got her hair done up. What the heck's an inning? She was trying to relay instructions. You can't. That's absurd. You can't force other people to take things more seriously than they want to, too. That's the other rule of kind of competitive games, is that basically the level of fun competition is based on the person who takes it least seriously. and you can't really drag them. You know, it's you can't force them into it. So yeah, might lose the very first match. I'm trying to get us some cheerleaders for the boys playing soccer. Of course, excuse me, I'm only interested in girls soccer, my ball, etc. Trying to get her beloved Kuro-chan to become a cheerleader. That is, you know, way, way, way outside of her wheelhouse. There's at least one guy out there who wants to be cheered on by you. That guy's got some weird fetishes then. I don't care who wins anyway. Oh, these gloomy girls. But that's fine. If that's what they want to do, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Sports fests are like whatever. Like I said, you can't make people take things more seriously than they want to. But up against first year, I don't understand this like interclass competition. Is that typical? I thought it was that all the classes were teamed up, like across years. There would be like one first year class, one second year class, and one third year class on each team or whatever, right? That's how it is in other manga, which is my only point of reference for this. Pixar, we lost in the first round. After that, I had nothing to do. Spent the remaining 2 days of the tournament reading light novels and playing with my cell phone. Messed around with bugs a lot too. Great! Whoa! She's showing these other girls, including this wonderfully popular girl whose name eludes me, the marvels of playing with bugs. I don't know if this is well advised, but it seems like Tomoko is on a hot streak now. She's hit a point of inversion for everyone around her. I find the concept really fascinating. I heard it first in David Foster Wallace's Broom of the System. It's the idea that once someone passes a certain threshold for how much you like them, then a lot of behavior that you used to dislike or would have disliked had you seen it before this is inverted. And suddenly it becomes endearing instead of annoying. I think this is actually a pretty real phenomenon. I've definitely kind of experienced this myself. It's really strange. It definitely kind of feels like something in your brain just like breaks a little bit, but not in a bad way. It's actually very pleasant and exciting. And maybe Tomoko, with her whole little harem here, has hit that point, and now they're just gonna ooh and ah at her etymology. You've got a Doodlebug. Wow. Wow, look, see? She's in it. She's into it. It's kind of wrinkly, but it's round and squishy too. Oh, ooh, wait a minute. The smirk. This Goku D that Tomoko is giving her here. Is perhaps these three adjectives commonly used to describe something else? Maybe a part of the genitalia, perhaps? Is that what's going on here? Is that what I'm to understand? I don't know. Oh, and then they watch it make its little pit trap. And they lost. They lost to the first years. That's pretty embarrassing. Oh, here in the bottom left, we can see the guy that drew Tomoko's picture that one time. The guy in the manga club. That was pretty good. Yo-chan, that was so lame. Oh, I see. This is just like the kind of reject team. See, this is, I think, this whole interclass tournament where each person just competes in one thing and you choose what team you want to be part of. It's true. You just kind of like stack particular teams, right? You have all the best athletes go on one team, and then that team powers on through, and everybody else is just kind of left out in the lurch, right? Right? That seems rude. It seems like anything that allows for that sort of strategizing is always just going to make a lot of people feel bad. Is there third years and you lost to a team of first years? Aren't you ashamed? Whoa, look at this. He even mentions Kuroki-san and Tamura-san. He mentions them. Maybe it was just going out of his way to mention everyone so that Nemo here would feel worse that she wasn't mentioned, but it's something. Look at this. Look at this, like, super typical type of socializing that she's just seamlessly worked her way into. Hanging out. I don't know where Tomoko is on this page. I wonder how many pages total there are that don't involve Tomoko. There's a few like little adventures with her brother or with Komi-san where she doesn't show up. But here she was like kind of right here before, and then she just sort of disappears between these two pages. It's kind of interesting. I like this panel in the middle here on this page. It's very idyllic. Seems very peaceful. Friendship and camaraderie and what have you. Oh, Tomoko out here playing with bugs again. Never knew what this girl did during all of the last tournament. Whoa! Whoa! That's so cute. Whoa, that's so cute. Never, never, ever have I thought of something like that before. A flower ring. I can relate to Tomoko in this one a lot. I am not an athletic person. I'm not really interested in becoming an athletic person. Only very recently when I started reading My Ball was I like, man, soccer seems fun. But I played soccer as a kid and I didn't like it. I didn't really try that hard and I never really wanted to. So I spent a lot of time just screwing around in the grass, pulling things up, whatever, you know, as a kid. But I never thought of that. Never thought of that. That's so cute. Flower crowns. Is that catching bugs or killing them? Whoa, look at that. Look at the fun they're having together, making flower crowns, just like they were in elementary school. Oh, less bored now than I was during the last tournament, though. How nice. Whoa! Give it to this girl! Oh! Doesn't she see how jealous it makes the rest of the harem when she does stuff like this? Just because this girl is the prettiest, and maybe because of her inadvertent potty mouth, one of the most fun to be with, and seems like a very kind and compassionate person. You know what? No, it's okay. Good for you, Tomoko. If you wanna make this one your wife, full steam ahead. I don't know. I kind of like Yuri the best still. I kind of hope for the Yuri end. Take a selfie. Wow, she likes flowers and bugs. Totally a mom goddess. She even made a habit of leaving her offering. Ooh, and Tomoko feels like she can't intrude in this conversation anymore. It looks like. Also, this is kind of strange. Okay, so they often do these little like when characters are talking off screen, they have like their little faces to indicate who's saying what. Sure, sure. But here in the first one, Nemo is like offering her floral crown, and then in the second dialogue bubble, like in the same panel, but in the second dialogue bubble, Yuri is wearing it. So clearly she put it on her head, even though she's saying no thanks. No was not an option in this circumstance. So it's like that sort of passage of time passing over that sort of period. It's kind of strange, right? I don't think I see that very often. But anyways, Tomoko feeling a little neglected, probably because she is being a little neglected because she was being a little neglectful of them, getting her just desserts, and now going back to playing with the anthill. Ha ha. And it's loading. Manga Stream was okay. That's the end of the chapter. Yeah, I thought maybe that was the end of the chapter. This first page of the next chapter does not look at all like Watamote. At all. At all, at all. So I don't know what's going on there. We will find out next time. That was a fun chapter. The kind of relationship dynamics are getting pretty intense and complicated. So I wonder, well, where will the breaking point be? Are we ever actually going to move into kind of a more serious or dramatic territory? Or is Tomoko going to really become the harem protagonist that once she mocked and get that super localized hyper density power? It'll be fun to find out. Okay, bye bye.